who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word, that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise from out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away the starry floor. The watery shore is given thee to the break of day. Here I am. You can barely see me, right? It is dark. I have come out so you could see the sunrise with me, just behind me. It is about to break through the dawn here. I came out here quite early in the morning to my grove, um, and it was scary. It was so dark. There was all kinds of critters running around in the darkness. Um, Good to see you, Sir Flame Drops, and the brainless one. Good to have you here as we watch the sun come up this morning. I got up quite early. I've been out here for probably an hour and a half. I have been out here um, trying to greet the twilight as it comes up. You could see it in the background there. It's fastly approaching. Uh, there's I'm kind of my face is a little bit distorted because there's no light. I am in the darkness here for you. Please do not let a boar eat you. It will probably gain your powers and storytelling and begin to grunt and to drink eloquently. You never know. You never know what will happen, right? If I have eaten by a boar, you could see the sun just beginning to peak in the back there. It's a beautiful moonlight here in the back. You can't see it now, but it was quite elegant. The almost a crescent. I don't know what the proper term of the moon was for this evening, but it is still very, very dark here, and it was quite scary. I did have my gun loaded, sitting on my lap, because I was hearing all kinds of noises. You hear the birds now. Your birds are greeting the sunlight. That's the most beautiful thing about coming out here early in the morning, is all of the birds. You can hear them. Can you hear them? Honking and tweeting away, waiting for the sun to enter the world here. It's such a beautiful experience. Everything is dark, everything is calm, and then you have all of the creatures begin to greet the light as it enters into the world. It's quite beautiful. I'm still very cold, so I have to keep my hood on. It's 50 degrees out here, so I'm quite cold. Nice to see you, Jerry Ginger. Good to see you. Back to the grove in the earth. Yeah. Did you have a good meditation before the stream? No, I did not. I couldn't. It was There was all kinds of creatures making all kinds of noise, uh, and I was quite frightened. Um, I don't want to be eaten, so usually during the day I don't have any time type meditating. But this morning it was all of the noises from whatever was running around behind me. I had to come out here. I have a little lamp here. Let me see where my lamp is. Um, I have one of these things here. It's quite powerful. There you are. See, you could see me now. There, a little bit of light. Um, it's quite powerful. The lantern here. Oh yeah, you could see probably my breath from the steam coming out because it is cold. But the sound of the birds is quite beautiful. Right in the beginning of the day. There's nothing like it. All of the energies of the twilight um, began to flourish, right? Let's see here. Consciousness returns to the land. Yes, yes. 50 degrees sounds like summer right now. Perhaps for you, right? Most places are cold. In Central Florida, it's going to be 80 degrees today. So it's really cold at night, but as the light returns to the day, everything gets back to normal. All right, there. I think we're getting more light where you can. I'm not as distorted. The sunlight is starting to come right there behind me, as you could see. It's beautiful. The transition of light as it goes through the trees, and um, it has a certain beauty to it that I enjoy. So I thought I would share that with all of you as it makes its way into the world here. Yeah, so yeah, I did come out here quite early, and as I said, it was quite cold, and it was pretty much impossible to meditate because of all of the creatures running around. You never know what you will encounter. I almost walked into a spider web with a very scary creature on it. The spiders here in the swamp are quite poisonous. Um, the brown lacrosse, and you have the brown widow. I've seen those. The wolf spider, um, amongst others. The one of the most common spiders is the Florida spider. It's about the size of my hand. It doesn't really cause any problems, but it's scary to see that. And we also have, in some places, the banana spider. Now, if you've ever seen a banana spider, it looks like a skeleton on their abdomen, uh, like a skeleton head. So that's quite frightening. If you've ever seen banana spiders, they have the long talons that they if you never see one, Google it. I mean, it's quite frightening. The banana spider. You could see the light is coming. The sunlight is coming into the world there, and the more and more you get to see of the bard. Let's see here. Look at the handsome swamp druid here for our spiritual entertainment privilege. Yes, Bigfoot lives out here. Maybe. I don't know. Now there's tales of a swamp-like creature that skunk man is what he's called here in Florida. I've never encountered skunk man, but there are people that tell tales at the local taverns about meeting the skunk man in all its glory out in the wilderness. Much love, brother. What is your advice to the world? If I had to leave advice to the world, is my message is, know that you're loved. That is, learn to be loved. Learn to see your worth and value. You cannot get it in any other place. It's all within you. Bless the cauldron. You're glad you finally made it, brainless one, to our grove experience here. You hear all the birds. It's such a beautiful thing when once that twilight hits. There they go. It's such a beautiful sound. Ask if he is Mormon. No, I am not Mormon. I certainly have Mormon friends. I don't believe in Mormonism. I don't believe it. But there's a lot of good Mormon people in the world. Mormonism is an interesting religion. Let's see. Facts. Beautiful, kind words. Thank you. You're welcome, Jody. Yeah, we're glad here. If you're here, you're enjoying what you'll see. Soon the sun will be coming up. Give that thing a touch up there. And if I see any boar or deer that they usually come through here at this moment of twilight, I will be sure to silence myself and give you put the camera on them. I haven't seen any yet. I'm probably too noisy for the deer to say hello. So let's see here. The edge of dawn is where the Labubu rules. Yeah, no Labubus out here. I don't know what kind of creatures are out here, but they were certainly stirring in the weeds and stuff, and I was quite frightened. You know, I'm not afraid of any spiritual entities that might be out here, but it's the animals. You know, the whatever was out there this morning, causing all kinds of noises. It was impossible for me to meditate. I was just hoping I wasn't going to be eaten. But whatever was out there is gone, because once the light hits, everything, the atmosphere changes. The atmosphere changes. Mazana is the time of mourning. Soon she will die and spring will come. Times come to the rebirth of the warm sun. Yeah, that is from your Slavic paganism, right? Labubu, we ride at dawn. Oh my. Lots of lovers of Labubu here. Lots of you, right? Um, yeah, it's interesting that the phenomena of the Labubu and people being afraid of it, that it's some type of demonic entity. Yeah, the light is coming. The light is coming. It is rising in the background. Yeah. Look at this asshole here. Oh, good for you. Let's get rid of you. Let's see here. Put hide user from channel. Goodbye. Goodbye, jackass. Um, one of the things I had a chance to think about this morning when I was trying to meditate, and I kept getting interrupted by the strange noises in the woods here, was death. You know, that moment of death, there's all kinds of strange noises taking place. There's an experience where you have no control, and you certainly, enter that state of fear, and that's when that DMT begins to dump, when you're in that process of transition. I think of the DMT experience as kind of a grace that helps prepare the transition of your spirit into the next experience or whatever it might be, because it would be quite frightening, everything shutting down, and your last moments in your body, to not have that experience of the DMT. I mean, that's quite horrible. So I think of DMT as kind of a grace, and many people, they have these near-death experiences where they see all kinds of deities and things, or heavens or hells. I mean, that all comes from their experience. That comes from all that DMT that works with whatever's left of their intellect. Let's see here. Where are we at? Don't lie. We're actually thinking about me and UWU. East or best, you are the West. Well, this is the east behind me here, as you're seeing the sunrise just on the horizon. That must have been some type of pheasant or something over there making that noise. There's also, it would have been nice for you to hear the owl. We have an owl here. My hair's all messed up now. We have an owl here in the grove, and it is about the size of my son, my 11-year-old son. I think I hear it. No, it's too far away. It's too far away. I don't know if you heard it. You could hear it way in the distance. You hear the crows. You hear all of the songbirds here. Such a beautiful experience to be out here when that energy begins to hit the world. That twilight. There's something mysterious about it. The twilight of the morning, the twilight of the evening. It has a different feel, a different energy. But it's very intense, and it's very beautiful, and it's very short. And that's when all the animals, they get quite active, I've noticed, out here. It's like perfect timing, the beauty of the experience. Yes, I'm still cold, damn it. It's cold out here. 50 degrees. here in the grove. Let's see, a pheasant. Are you a lover of the pheasant? Yeah, a lot of people enjoy hunting pheasants. Um, he didn't get it. Such is life. Um, I know I don't. I don't know a lot of these modern things. My children have to educate me on. I don't get the UWU. I've seen that before. I don't know what it means. Um, Bards save the day. You are a druid by nature. My beliefs, the music, the beasts, my besties, the music man, your beasties, beautiful park, big trees. That's where you enjoy. Yeah, druidry to me is something that belongs to every human being. Now, I'm a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. All that's for organization, for connection, for instruction. But the reality of the druid, it is intrinsic to our nature. We, by our very being, are the high priests of the natural order. That is where we find our life experience. That's where we find the divine through that experience of the natural. And it's not anyone's property. Now, the word druid throughout history has, different experiences, different realities. But in terms of humanity, it's what we all are. It is our nature to be the high priest of the natural. But you have a beautiful park that you enjoy going to. Yeah, this is, I'm not in a park, I am in a swamp. Um, this is where I find, experience. This where I find life. This swamp, to me, we are one being in a way. We have a bond. We have a connection, and I certainly find um, a great deal of transformation every time I come out here. There's always something speaking, always something reaching down into what I am. You know, the negative thing about having a swamp is what I shared earlier is I could get eaten, out here, which is no fun. Um, what does that say? SAIG. I don't know what that means really. What is your name? Your name is Willie Dildo. What a strange name to have. Um, what you love? You like to be identified as a private part? That's your YouTube expression of yourself? A lot of strange names on here, right? Um, Strange conversations you have with people on here. I think it just went up a couple of degrees here with the sun. Yeah, it's going to be 80 degrees here. Good to see you growing up with Floyd. Floyd, is that what that says? See, a lot of this stuff I can't read. The words are so small. You're not a private part. You're a fake private part. Okay. I agree 100%. Hope you have a wonderful day, new friend. Going to get some coffee and get the wolves outside for this morning. Wonderful. That's beautiful that you're able to do that. Your name is Ian. Is that what your name is? I can't read properly. You enjoy Pink Floyd. That is your favorite type of music, as you're expressing there. Um, yeah, I have a diversity of music that I enjoy. Depends on I'm always flipping through stuff on my phone. Yesterday it was a Coldplay day. I really enjoy Coldplay. That's sort of my favorite group of musicians. I really enjoy their music. Um, you hear the birds. You feel that there's so much peace here now. Uh, so much good energy. I just feel it flowing through here as the sun arises behind me. You get it, Ian. Ian Talmadge. See you later. Okay, take care, Ian. Nice for you to stop in and experience my grove with me this morning. Bloberian Constance is important. Jordanian once said, nature is of a obstation Justine. You live by those words. Newt Napoleon. You love the sea. See, I'm probably not reading what you're saying right because the words are so small on my phone there. The broker, as you call yourself, yeah. Or you're not translating that properly. You enjoy Coldplay as well. Bard, is your chat set to the right setting? I don't have any settings on my phone. What's wrong? Is there something wrong with the chat where it's not doing something appropriately? I don't know. I can't control anything here on the chat because I'm not with my computer right now. Let's see. I have no mark on my shoulder, and I'm 100% not from the prophet's family. It is not out of fear of you, but out of fear of God, my Lord. Yeah, that's a shame that you're afraid of your deity. I think that is shameful. The servant of Anubis is here, Vixen. Good to have you here. If you would get well, Mark, do you think that that I am ill? You want me to get well? Do you feel I have an illness? Yes. Soon the sun is just broken through here, and soon all behind me will be flooded with little beams of light as it goes through the trees. And that's what I wanted to share with everyone here. Is just hitting the horizon there. The chat is okay, my brothers. What is wrong with the chat? I don't know. I think I'm all caught up here. I don't know if something is wrong with it. You are from the land of bards. You are from Wales. You are from Wales, Mark. Yeah, we have a few. My ancestors are from Wales, and we have a lot of Welsh friends that come on here and enjoy the Awen together, the flowing spirit together. You hear that crow in the background, greeting the dawn. Our crow friend here. Yeah, the crow is something I identify with. The crow and the rabbit. The rabbit is kind of my totem, and also the crow. The crow represents Morthrin, and Morthrin is the mythology I identify with. The Ceridwen's son, the Dark One, as he is called. His experience has never been written down, but I feel that I'm living his experience, living this reality of Taliesin. He gets all the magic. The Morthrin's magic comes from himself, comes from the experience of his life. His cauldron of the Awen. His mother brews the Awen, Ceridwen. And Morthrin's life is the cauldron. He learns to, he has all of the abilities of his mother. All of this magic in his life. And through his life experiences, he learns to brew his own Awen. He brews his own experience. You are from West Wales. Good morrow on your path. Thank you. It's always nice to see people from the land of my ancestors. Can you tell us a little bit about what you experience in nature from each aspect of it and what it means to you? Yeah, we've been meditating through the. In a few weeks, I'm going to be. I release videos about druidry in my video section there. And this week we've been talking about the element of water, which I have a spring. I have a natural spring here in my grove that I meditate with upon. And so the experiences that I have in nature, the experiences is of one of going. I guess you could describe it as just imagine that there's an arms open to you. and is wanting to embrace you. And coming here, meditating upon the elements, meditating upon this place, it's like going deeper in the embrace. To me, coming here is like returning to the womb of the mother. Coming here, it is. I feel renewed and refreshed and comforted by coming to this place. There's an experience here. I'm not just. Nature is not a backdrop. Nature is an encounter for me with a reality that is living. These trees that you see behind me, I feel a bond to them. I feel that they recognize me as I recognize them. Let me see here. You must come to the Stefat. One day I will. I plan on one day. Um, Me and my wife keep talking about in 5 years going to visit all of my ancestral places. The yearly Stefat. Yeah, I'd love to go there. Um, Experience all the culture, the art, the poetry. I really want to go for the bard battles, where you enter this contest of wit. Satire is something I share a lot on here with people. Not too much when I'm here in my grove, but and some of you know my satire is quite entertaining. In entering conversations with people, I love to enter a contest of wits uh, with a fellow bard, and getting into that. After a few ales, getting into that poetic conversation. That would be fun to do. Um, Good morning, sir. This is the first time I have seen you outside. Usually you have the goddess in the background. It threw you off. Yeah. Today we are in the stomping grounds of the goddess. We are in my grove, in this swamp that is behind my house in central Florida here. So that is where I'm at right now. I've been doing a few streams from here, meditations and things that people enjoy coming out here. And we're just waiting for the sun to begin to peek over the horizon here. You'll see a bunch of light being flooded through the trees. It's really a beautiful thing. But we're glad you're here in my grove with us. Yes, Hesh Ventura, you enjoy the natural, right? Can you play Don Tolovia after party? No, I can't. I don't do that kind of stuff. You have a national park nearby. I like being there. Beautiful. Yeah. And I encourage people to go out into the natural. We know from our psychology that, just going out into the natural, it does something to you. That is good. That is wonderful. Being a lot of us today in our modern Western culture, no one goes outside. I got to force my children to go outside. I take them for hikes out here in the wilderness. Because if I didn't force them to go outside, they would stay in computers all day and television and all that stuff. That's unhealthy. You need to go outside. This is our natural environment. This is where we are able to thrive. We don't thrive in a cage, and modern people have created their own prisons where they're stuck in a little cage, and it's really an illusion. All of this, entertainment that we call it, all of this YouTube and video games and all that stuff. It's an illusion. What does it say that it will do? Like if you're playing video games, you get some type of escape and some type of release from doing that. But it becomes an addiction because it's never enough. You always have to go deeper. And you find yourself getting more and more depressed. Try going outside. Try watching a sunset. That's where you need to find your peace, and not at your computer table. Do I pray to Odin? No, no. I am not Norse pagan. I am more of a Ceridwen is my goddess. She is like a guide, a symbol of maternity to me. But I'm more of an agnostic. I don't do any rituals for Ceridwen or anything. I have conversations with deities, but I don't do any rituals or anything. So I don't consider myself a pagan, even though pagans are my friends. I have lots of friends that, they do rituals. We have a lot of Norse pagan friends that come on this channel, actually, more than my Celtic pagan friends. Good morning, Crazy Carl. Good to see you. Welcome to my grove, Crazy Carl. You can see that the sun is beginning to peek behind me here. Let's see here. Nice to be outside. Your name is Tis. What it is. Good to see you. And Crystal Flores. Good to see you, Crystal. Good to have you here. And Mark, your greatest wish for you is to stand on the plains of Salisbury and watch the sunrise through Stonehenge. Yeah, that is my goal. I want to go to the summer solstice at Stonehenge. That is my goal. A 5-year goal. Hopefully we will get there. But I want to be able to experience that with my druid friends over in the UK. To be able to experience, with my fellow members of Obid, that the summer solstice. That is my dream, is to go over there one day, to make my pilgrimage over there. You are new here. Good to see you. Your name is Can't Waste Our Life Away. Yeah, you don't waste your life away, right? Did I read that? Yeah, don't waste your life away. See, I can't read here. The words, the wording is quite small. So it is difficult for me to read. Let's see where we at here. I have an aquifer below my yard, and it's powerful energy. Yeah. So often, as we were talking about the element of water this week on my channel, if you've missed any of the meditations, they're in my video section. Talking about the element of water this week, we often take it for granted. We think it is just water. You have to think of the reality of water as something that nurtures you, as it is feminine. It is there, always embracing you, always cleaning you up. It changes you, it transforms you. There's a reason why in all of the major religions in the world, the element of water it plays a central role. It's central to many, like in Christianity, the way to come into the kingdom of God is through the doorway of baptism. And many Christians have lost touch of that. They think it's just a nice symbol. They don't understand that water is a reality that is living. The modern Christian doesn't understand Eden. Eden is the place where you meet God, not someplace in the sky. And Eden is here. Through the water of baptism, it is the water of Eden. You return to the experience of Eden. That is the mythology and how you're supposed to understand it. Most Christians don't understand that anymore. Now, in the Eastern Orthodox tradition, they have preserved that. Baptism is not a washing away of sin. A baptism is an entranceway into Eden. It is a return to the experience of God in the world. So, I have a bias because my background is in the Eastern Church. I was a clergyman. Now, I'm no longer a Christian, but if I had to be, I would be Eastern Orthodox. I was an Eastern Catholic. They were Orthodox churches that came into communion with the Church of Rome. Probably the worst thing they could have ever done. It's terrible what Eastern Christians have to put up with when it comes to the Latin Church and all the Latinization that has taken place. But that's a different subject. Am I in rehab or camping? Well, you could say that this natural experience here, you see the sun, there it is. It is one of rehabilitation. Most of my life, I have been unwell. I turned to religion to really find something in this world. And the religion I joined, Christianity, made promises that one day everything will be okay. One day I will die and I will be with the God. Well, that made me even more depressed. You know, the idea that the divine is far away somewhere else, it made me depressed. And then learning that everything is here, this is where the heaven is, that helped me to begin to heal. Learning to reconnect with the natural, learning to leave this understanding that nothing here matters, this illusion, leaving that behind and entering in to the natural. It began to, as you say, rehabilitate me. It began to transform me. It began to make me whole. And right now in my life, I've never been better. I feel wonderful. I feel happy to be alive. I am finding the divine here, in this place, right now. In the beauty of dawn here, the sunrise. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than this right here, as you can see it. Let me try to get more of the sunlight. Just coming out here, I come out here every week to my grove. If you ever start practicing druidry, the first part is learning to cultivate the grove within and the grove around you, however you choose to do that. Some people can't get out of their house, they're disabled. So how do you do that? You get plants, you get some dirt, you bring some leaves into your house, light a candle by it. I mean, there's different ways of doing it. This place to me here, it came to me in a vision. When I started practicing druidry, I'm like, what am I going to do about having a grove? Should I plant some trees in my backyard or something? And I had a vision of this place, and I followed it to this place that I'm at now. And it's like the greatest experience of my life, coming here to my grove every week. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Yeah, happy Saturday to you, Daniel, and happy Valentine's to you, Christine. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is the holiday of love, right? Valentine, the tradition of Valentine's Day really is much older. It goes back into the ancient paganism of the Western Europe. There's older traditions of love that go way back further than Valentine's Day. What the Christian church did, it really hijacked a lot of the traditions that were already there and said, oh, now these are ours. This is really beautiful. Right now I could see the sun begin to form upon the ground here. I don't know if you could see it. See those two little lines here of light. Isn't that beautiful? It's going to keep getting brighter and brighter as the sun enters in here. Let me get more of it. There it is. It's right behind me. This is such a beautiful experience watching. When's the last time you got to watch a sunrise and experience it? I mean, this is the experience of God here. A lot of religions, they like to keep their gods in books. They'll say, this is the word of God. This is the word of God right here. This is divinity. This is a revelation to you that you are not alone, that you have purpose, that you have the whole reality of the sun returning to you each day demonstrates your importance and your value. Fortnite is for granny, so I don't play Fortnite. Depends on the game, really. Ultima, nice to see you. You play for fun? Yeah. Oh, let's see here. That's close to you, Stonehenge. It's full of hippies. Not necessarily. What was very interesting last year, last summer solstice, the International Krishna Consciousness Organization came and celebrated the solstice with all of the other people that go there to Stonehenge each year. I mean, I thought that was beautiful. It's not just for hippies. It's, it depends on what you determine hippie, right? Some people think that I am a hippie. It depends on how you want to classify that. Isn't this beautiful? It's starting to peak over the horizon here. I thought this would be a beautiful. We've done a few sunsets here last week, but now we get to experience the sunrise here. Got a little bit of a light distortion on my screen here. What is this thing? Is that light? Yeah, that's a piece of light right there. This is such a beautiful experience. I hope that part isn't near school or playground. You're a dickhead. Goodbye. Let me get rid of this person. I'd use it from the channel. Such a sad people on here. Richard Cranium right there. You look like Thomas Jefferson. I do. The great founder of the United States, one of the founders. Gwendolyn, nice to see you. The High Priestess of the Orchard. Aes Sedai, good to see you for our sunrise service here. You could see it. Look at it. Isn't this beautiful? It's just illuminating. There's strands of light now all around me here. Look at that. You could see the floor beginning to be lit up. This is like one of the most beautiful things here. Watching all the light. Its playfulness, the playfulness of the light as it dances across the ground. There's nothing like that. You hear this creature in the background here? I think that might be a squirrel. I don't know. They get kind of loud in the twilight. Ever read the book, the Pio Christ? No. I'm not interested in Christian literature anymore. I've spent 30 years reading. I got a whole library in my house of theology manuals and Christian literature that I plan on donating to someone. I've taken that journey. I'm no longer interested in it. You live in Ireland. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful. Crestrin, good to see you. Ceridwen bless you, sir. Ceridwen bless you. I think at this point I qualify as a hippie. Yeah. That my wife one night, she's like, "Look what we have become. We have become hippies, right?" She goes, after taking some gummies one evening. You never know how you turn out. Robo Wolfie, good to see you. They are pretty hardcore hippies, but I am humbled by the Bard's words. Well, I'm glad that I'm able to invoke the power of humility within you, sir. Oh, man. Hope you are staying warm. I am not. I am really cold. I got a double hood on here now. I got my cloak and my wonderful green jacket on. But it's starting to warm up here. When I came out here, it was about 50 degrees. It feels a little bit, since the sun here is making itself known, it is starting to warm up out here. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I should be on here for another hour or so with you. I did not charge my phone, so that, let's see here. I'm at 50%. I started out at 70, so I probably got about an hour to be with you. But I wanted to share this beauty, the beauty of the sunrise here with you, because there's nothing like it. Some of you might be homebound. You don't get a chance to see this, right? You don't get a chance. There are people in nursing homes or whatever. You don't get a chance to see this. If you haven't, a lot of young people, when's the last time you've sat and watched the sun come up or go down? There's nothing like that, right? There's nothing like that. There's so much beauty that is for you. The reason why this does this, it is for you. You are the one with the eyes. You are the one who is able to experience that. Now, these trees here, they experience it, but not in the way that you do. You have the ability to experience this at a different level than everything else in the world. You have all of these abilities that every other things in the world don't have. This, to be able to experience this in the way that you can, go out and see the sunlight today. Good morning, Inquisitor Bacon. Good to see you. Good to have you here. It is a beautiful place, certainly. Can I shout out your cat? I don't even know what you're asking me to say there. Let's see here. You like the Steve? The background is AI. Yes, I am an AI, and this is all robotic here. Now I want to show you this. This is what I really enjoy here. You see the transition of the light upon the ground here. I mean, just watching the light dance, making its way across the landscape here. I mean, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. That's one of my favorite things to see out here, watching the light dance upon the ground here. Let's see here. Yes, it's AI. Yeah, looks like a little morning fog in the background. That's always awesome. Yeah, there is a little bit, just a tad today. Yesterday it was really thick. When you have the heat and cold mixing together, you get that fog. Just a little bit rising here, not too much. That would have been a lot of fun to see that, but the sun quickly disperses all of that experience. Oh, dang, Father. Father Deacon died. Yes, I am not Father Deacon anymore. I have retired from ministry. I have retired from the church. I am no longer a Christian or a minister. I've taken all the good things with me. I am certainly Christianized, but I am Father Bard now. I live the Bard's life. That is what I do here on my channel, is share that experience with you. I am no longer Father Deacon. Now, you could certainly call me that if you wish. If you are a former parishioner and you still want to refer to me, yeah, in the Catholic Church, you are always a clergyman. You don't lose that. Let's see here. Yeah, I am no longer a clergyman. I retired in October. I sent my letter. I have a disability. I cannot stand for long periods of time, and I sent my bishop a letter saying I'm time to retire. Now, I didn't tell him I was leaving the church. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Bard, what a beautiful day to repent. I don't need to repent, Matthew. Let's see. I'm begging you, Matthew, act like Christ. Yeah. Don't be a nuisance with your religion. You know, when I was a Christian, I wasn't rude to people. I wasn't a nuisance with my religion. I mean, you can't annoy the shit out of people to get them into the kingdom of God. How do you get people into the kingdom of God? By being patient with them, by loving them, by being kind and generous, by showing them their worth. When you keep repeating your same sentences and annoy the shit out of people with your religion, that doesn't work very well. And I'm telling you that as a former Christian. I've led thousands of people into Christianity. I traveled halfway around the world doing it. So how you are, when you come on here and you are a nuisance, I want to tell you from experience that that doesn't work very well. Stop doing it. Now, if you want me to convert back to the church, I've never left Jesus. I don't have the same understanding as the Orthodox Christian would have. But if you want me to convert, you are more than happy to have you pray for me if you think that I have made a mistake. But being a nuisance about it, being a nag, that doesn't do anything for me or other people. When you nag them, there's no power of God when you're a nag, right? What are you doing when you nag someone? You're relying on your ability, your guilt trip, your fear mongering. If you really want someone to, oh, you hear that? You want someone to convert, you do it by letting God do the paperwork, not you. Stop being a dick, yeah. Let's see. Richard Cranium. Matthew's Richard Cranium. I also can't stand for bullshit. What do you mean by that, Steve? And how am I sharing any bullshit with anyone here? I'm sharing my opinions with people that I think are of great value and universal. The practice of druidry is something available to all people in all religions. When I started practicing druidry, I was a Christian. I was a clergyman. The practice of druidry did not lead me out of the church. Seeing the evil of Christianity, the forcefulness of it, the manipulation of it, that's why I left. I thought it was inappropriate. You like my cloak? Thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, where are we at here? Yeah, take care. Love and respect. Thank you, Crestrum. Thank you. That was an interesting bird sound. You heard that, right? Yeah. It could be quite frightful if when you're sitting out here in the darkness and you hear stuff like that. This morning I had my firearm on my lap because I was sitting out here in the darkness waiting for the beauty of this to appear, because I wanted to share that with everyone here. And I was quite frightened this morning, and I started meditating upon death and the experience of it. I had difficult meditating because of all the noises of all the creatures in the background. They were quite active, whatever was there. Maybe it was the boar. I don't know. Maybe it was a bear. I don't know. But it was quite frightening. All the lights coming in there, you see it. Everything is becoming illuminated. That illumination is for you. You are the boogie doctor? Oh, wonderful. Let's see. Yeah. Now, every now and then, I was hoping we could see some of the critters here. That's one of the reasons why I came out real early. I was waiting, silently to hopefully. Every now and then, I see families of boars and deer out here and other type of critters. And I was hoping to probably share some of that with you, but nothing's happening this morning. Everything is in its proper place. Could you define your religion? Well, I don't have a religion in an institutional sense. I have opinions. What I practice in terms, you could call, for some people, it is a religion, druidry. Druidry is a spirituality that is earth-based, that you find your spirituality in the natural. If I had to define it that way. Now, for me, I am an agnostic. I believe that there are entities. I believe that there are beings. For me, coming to what is natural, that is the closest place that I can experience the divine. Like every time I come out here, I feel like I'm getting a big hug, an embrace from the goddess. Let's see here. David, O great bard, our savior from the dark lord of boredom, I salute you. Thank you, David. I appreciate you being here. Now, we have all of these people here. If you want to go and give that a touch, I want to have conversations with you. I do this for a living, and if people can like and subscribe, that is helpful to me. Once I'm no longer getting paid doing this, I stopped doing it. So people that can support me, I appreciate that by liking and subscribing. And you can financially support me as well. There's a join button over there. You can buy me a cup of coffee. Think about that. I spend 40 hours a week doing this. Preparation. Every morning there's content. YouTube shorts. Like right before I left, I usually about 5 shorts every morning. I didn't have time to do that this morning because I wanted to get out here. So I just released one, The Bard's Life. That is a popular YouTube short series that I always release. There's always sayings, there's always wisdom from Druidry. I make videos about Druidry. All of this stuff. If you enjoy it, support what I do. Because once that support is gone, I am gone. I started out as a hobby doing this, and it developed where people started, giving me the financial support to go do more. So I started doing it more. Now this is a 40-hour-a-week job here, spiritual entertainment, as I call it. The golden glory of the first light's ambience, beautiful, especially in that area. Yes, it is quite beautiful. And I'm glad I was able to share that this morning. Yeah, it's making its way over that tree there, right there, the sunlight, right? All of these beams of light coming through, and it's wonderful to watch it dance. Now, my favorite is in the sun setting here in the grove. That is my favorite. It has its own unique energy that really, that's where I find my best experience out here is in the twilight of the evening. I really enjoy that. Let's see here. Wayne, you have a feeling you are close by, perhaps near the PI Aurority. What does that mean? I don't know what that is. Wait, hold on. I stand corrected. I just zoomed in and it is beautiful. My apologies. I don't, what's zoomed into what? Oh, you thought I was an AI. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Normally I have a green screen when I'm at home with, images of the goddess or a pentangle or some Celtic stuff. But this is all real. Thank you, Car Lee. I can't pronounce you. The words are so small, I can't always see here on the screen. So if I didn't get your name right, thank you for your subscription. Good morning. Why not? Good to see you here. PG13 comment incoming. Oh my. Becoming a member gives you access to our Discord channel as well. We have a wonderful group of people on there from all different religions, and people who don't believe in God at all. They are there. We have a wonderful community of people. Let's see here. What do you do? Spiritual entertainment. That is what I do. And Mindless Tao is here. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, why not doesn't want to join? He is shy. What do druids do? Practice earth-based spirituality to find value and meaning in what is here. Now think about it this way. Let's look at most of the major religions in the world. What do they promise you? They promise you an experience in a world that is not here, a world that is to come. Druidry promises you that experience here, not in some mystical land in the sky, but everything is here. Most of the major world religions are about transcendence, about getting out of here, getting it right, about your behavior. Druidry is about experiencing everything within you and around you. Mother Nature is in the background, is only missing a good music, the classic Oblivion theme. Yeah, that I cannot do. I cannot have the background music here. But you get to hear all the beautiful birds and things. The Abbey. A beautiful morning to spend outdoors. Not here where you are, it's frozen still. Yeah, but even in there's a beauty in the cold. There's a beauty walking through. I remember I used to live in the north, and walking through that snow in the middle of night. There's a certain type of calm. There's a certain type of experience that you get from the frost. Let's see here. Portsmouth Mouth Abbey is where you are at, Wayne. It is cold here too. The UK cold is not US cold. It gets much colder over there. Yeah, in the US, yeah. You got that water breeze coming up from the south that keeps it kind of mild up there, right? Oh, let's see here. Heritage doesn't make one a real druid. No, it does not. Do you have any real hereditary druid, Deacon, like the one from the Scottish Rite? Yeah, the Scottish Rite. These are organizations that now my heritage is a mixed Celtic heritage from all over the United Kingdom and all in northern France, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, all of that, and there was druids there, right? Now I cannot say that I have a direct ancestor that was a historical druid. The historical druids had a unique place and a unique experience. How does that tie into modern druidry? What do you think of when you hear druid? You think of a religious person that is tied to the natural. That is a universal. That is something you can find in all cultures amongst all people. Druidry is an archetype. And in that respect, what I find in the ancient druids and the continuation in modern druidry is that spirituality, how to live that out, how to connect. My ancestors may or may not have been, these druids or bards or ovites, but they were certainly, that was part of their culture, that was part of their experience. The Celtic peoples, those are my ancestors. But heritage does not make one a real druid. What makes you a real druid is your humanity. Your humanity is designed to connect to what is natural. It is designed to reveal the mystery of this great web of life. That is your role. You have a priestly nature. That is what you find in every human being, and that's expressed differently in different contexts. If you go over to like Japan, right, the Shinto, that is the druid, right? You have this different experience amongst different indigenous peoples that is universal. Good morning, Yo Maple, a wonderful friend from Montreal. Let's see. Only got memes if you use the word here. You will be escorted out. Yeah, we are not interested in copying and pasting your scriptures. You will be excommunicated from the channel. Now, if you want to talk about your spirituality, that's wonderful. Well, I don't want to be proselytized. To them it does. They are pretty serious about it. Yeah. Well, it's an illusion. These people and these organizations making these claims, it is an illusion. In terms of history, what we know of the druid is gone. There's very little we know about it. We do the last living presence of this experience of druidry was in the Bard, and the Bardic tradition continued on in Wales. That is where you find that connection, that authentic connection of the continuation of that spirituality. Let's see. You are ready for Discord? Good. Yeah, no Bible thumping here. We are not interested. You were friends with a cool guy once? Look at you. The Grove is not a place where dogma can enter. All are welcome. Dogma to me is an evil. Dogma, what does dogma do? Dogma controls you. Dogma says, if you're not doing this way, get the hell out of here. We don't want any part of you. We give you over to the devil. That is what dogma is. That's why I'm not a Christian. Christianity and its institutional reality uses this reality to force you into something or else. In Druidry, there is no dogma. You can do it your own way. Now, in the order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, there is structure. But within that structure, you have the freedom to do it any way you wish. That's why you can be any religion and practice Druidry. Let's see. Christianity, the belief that the religion my parents taught me is the only true religion because my parents couldn't possibly be wrong. Yeah, think about that. You people that make these claims of it's the true religion, there's no way you can prove that. You've been told that by someone that has authority, and therefore you trust that it is true. There's no way to prove any of that. And that has been the tradition of control. It is our way or else. One of the, in leaving Christianity, I've experienced the evils of dogmas. People treat me, they don't want to talk to me anymore. They don't want to have anything to do. Just because I'm not doing anything immoral, I'm not hurting people, I don't want to be a part of the church. And therefore, I am treated as a devil. That tells me that you never really cared about me to begin with, to treat me in such a way, right? That is the evil of dogma. Look at that. Look at that sun right there. Isn't that beautiful? The heart of that oak tree right there as the gleaming reality of the sun. What a beautiful image, right? That is so beautiful right there. Look at the sun on the tip of my finger. All of its glory there. You can see the rays coming out of it. Isn't that beautiful? We got an airport near here and a highway. So every now and then you hear, there's always noise pollution out here, which is unfortunate. That's one of the unfortunate things about this area. But the trees don't complain, right? The same rules apply in the Discord as in no spam, no bigotry, and no politics. Yeah, if you are doing that stuff on our Discord server, our moderators will ban you. Yeah, every now and then we get someone that sneaks in there and starts their apologetics and bullshit. Let's see here. Grove, you have joined. Why not? You have joined our Discord server. Wonderful. I'm going to keep my PG-13 comment to myself just for the sake of life. I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression. Well, you are free to express yourself here. Good to see you, Ryan. Nice to see you. Welcome to the rising sun here in the morning. Um, the wonderful bird song in the background here. It's a beautiful experience here. A beautiful experience here. Um, Maple of knowledge, the maple of knowledge gene. Yeah, these are all oak trees here. These are what are called laurel oak. They are the natural trees of the swamp, the laurel oak trees. Let's see here. My turning of the soil, my singing to the trees, my bathing in the river, that makes me a druid. Not when my ancestors like to have sex. Yeah. Um, no, I'm not a wizard. I was a wizard last night on my Dungeons and Dragons channel. Yeah, we had a good time last night. It was a really good game. Let's see. Anyone can practice druidry, but yeah, there are a few historical hereditary groups still, and they keep the ancient lore. Yeah, there's no this idea of a ongoing tradition of a certain form of druidry is a farce. Druidry, you could see like in history, there's been people that have um, the only historical druidry that you can find is the Bardic tradition that's in Wales today. In Ireland, it went underground. The Bardic schools. You have the druid, and the bard became the only face of druidry. The bard became the prophet, the priest, the teacher. The Bardic tradition is all that historically survives of what is druidry. Now, this idea that we are the keepers of the secret lore or whatever, that is a farce. That in the 1600s, and these esoteric groups came along and said that they have all of this secret knowledge and shit. I mean, that is a farce. That is not true. There's nothing. There is no historical writings of druids. There is no ongoing oral tradition. There's nothing like that. Most of what we know of the historical druid is gone. The druids were wiped out by the Romans. What left was, the Bardic traditions. Those are what survived. All of it is gone. Now, the Celtic heritage, the people, it continued to, you can prove your Celtic roots through DNA testing. That is the only reality of connection to historical druidry. These esoteric groups, no, I don't think so. Let's see. You post some pictures of your grove, maybe not as pretty as yours, but it doesn't matter what I think about it, right? What all that matters is what you think about it. You are the master of the beauty. Let's see. Second, Montreal. You are from Montreal, Gene? Yeah, we have another person from Montreal here. Your Maple, the land of the moose. There. Crestron hereditary groups stated by a dude who just decided to be a druid. Yeah. Now chemistry here. He is from Scotland. He probably would know, right? Anyone still clinging to hereditary bullshit is a red flag for me. Your blood isn't special. Yeah, there's no purebreds out there. Look at your DNA. It will tell you everything about your ancestors. Very few people groups have purity of a bloodline. Yeah. I mean, I have the ancestral roots. I've done my DNA, but that doesn't mean anything. Druidry is universal. Druidry is a reality, an archetype of the human nature. No one has a corner on it. It is for everyone. Yeah, when you go out to a grove, they're not going to check your lineage. Oh, you're not welcome here. No, the trees will love you just as much as any other human being. The Scottish Rite Templars, yeah, the Masonic tradition kind of hijacked Druidry in its own way. When Druidry became popular during the 16th, 17th century, around there, they created their own version of it. It is not historical. They made all of that shit up. Roku, nice to see you. Good to have you here. Get off the internet. I am an old geezer. Yeah, I am old. Ceridwen is the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Owen but by her. Oh, let's see here. God loves you. Ceridwen loves you. Yeah, the goddess loves you. I'm not saying you are a red flag crestron. Just anyone who thinks they have a special because their parents made them special. Yeah, these esoteric groups, they all make these claims that they cannot back up historically. Let's see, where am I at here? Oh, we got a rebuking. Oh, well, I there's no demons that I'm able to do that this morning. I don't do the exorcisms in my grove. At my desk at home, certainly. This is more of a serious atmosphere out here, not as much comedy. Sorry, I won't flail around on the floor for you and pretend like I have a demon. You people are really pathetic. You have no power. I'm just learning now that you rebuked a demon out of me. So what does that tell me? That you're full of shit, because nothing happened at all. Nothing happened at all. Well, not disagreeing or anything, just wanted to let you guys know there are druids out there like that. Yeah, there's lots of organizations that lay claim to druidry. But druidry, you don't need an organization. Druidry is intrinsic to the human condition. It is an archetype. And that's what I learned from being a member of a druidic organization, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. That's one of the first things they teach you, is that it is universal. It is universal. What is your lost secret Jerusalem calendar and your month of... what the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know any of what you're talking about there. Try to help me to understand what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. You don't want toxic love? Let's see, where am I at here? Starboy is here, nice to see you. Yeah, Starboy, no preaching here. That's fine that you love us. We don't need any preaching and scripture verses here. You're not helping God at all, because you're just going to get erased. All right, where am I at here? You are a knight. Remember to like, yeah, if you're here, we got all these people here, 40 people watching. If you go up and give that a touch, I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can support what I do, as I do this every day. I'm mostly at my home doing streams. I come out maybe once or twice a week to my grove now to stream. Usually in the evenings is my grove time here with all of you, watching the sun go down. And it was wonderful to watch the sun come up this morning, wasn't it? Some of you saw it right here in the heart of that oak tree right there, watching the beautiful light dance around. Now it's in a place where it is, there's a little bit of cloud out here. The illusion mysteries are pretty interesting. Have you experienced them? There's nothing we know about the illusion mysteries. We know about the rites, But whatever was done in these rites with Demeter, they are gone. It had to do with dying and being resurrected. It had to do with Persephone, but we don't know much about it. We do know that there was this, probably some intoxication that took place. There was probably like a rite of baptism in a way. There was what you would find in like a Christian baptism, where you are going from one form of life into another. You are preparing for the afterlife. That's all we know about the Eleusinian mysteries. We don't know. There's nothing historically written down. God is the limitless creator of the universe and came upon earth and revealed himself to man. You can't prove any of that. You're free to believe that, but we know from science that the universe was not created, that there's always been energy, there's always been matter. That is what we know from our science, that there's always been big bangs happening, that the universe is eternal. That is the scientific reality. The idea that there was a point of creation is quite primitive. Let's see here. Do you choose the life of Druidry, or did Druidry choose you? Both. Yeah. The Druidry was revealed to me. The nature of my humanity was shown to me, and therefore I choose to live the life of Druidry. Let's see. Greetings and salutations. To get a time out flowing the word of God is worth it. No, it is not. Starboy, you're not doing, the word of God is not words. It is an experience of the word of God. When you just copy and paste words on when people find that to be a nuisance, and therefore whatever you're trying to doing is in vain. I mean, you're just being a nuisance. The Bible is not the word of God. I can burn the Bible. It has no purpose. Now, you certainly can encounter a divinity in any book if you wanted to. The idea of the Logos is universal. We just experienced it by watching the sunset behind us. Let's see here. I reckon Bod has his shoes off and is grounded. Yes, I don't have my shoes on. I do have thermal socks on because it's cold. But I do have when I come out here, I do take my shoes off. But I am on a blanket. There are all kinds of creatures within the leaves here that probably could cause me a great deal of harm. The first time I came out here, I came out here with no shoes, and I left with swollen feet because of all the critters biting my feet. So I will never do that again. Receiving Gaia's natural energies. Let's see. Just stop. Nice to see you, Aura. Nice to see you. Good to have you here. Aura, I can't read your name there. Aura. You visited the Grove yesterday. You feel rejuvenated? Yes. Lots of beautiful pictures on our Discord from people with their groves this week. It's not that I don't believe in the biblical God. I just refuse to worship a being that would treat children like terrible, right? Yeah, the God of the Bible is no good, right? Terrible how he treats people. Quite evil and wretched. Yeah. Poor bears were hungry. Yeah. The children in the bear story. Druidry seems fun. It is. It's quite enjoyable. It's a wonderful experience. If you're interested in Druidry, go Google the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. It's a wonderful organization. I've met good friends through it, and I've received good teaching. They're classes. That's what it is. You're basically signing up for classes. And there's also where you can find other people that practice it, and it's a wonderful organization. It's the largest and fastest growing spirituality in the world, modern Druidry. Let's see, and the Romans were wiped out by the Germanic tribes. Let's see here. There was a cool Lovecraft short story about the Romans marching up a hill to finish off a village known to be hiding druids and some rituals they performed, and the Romans all got slaughtered by demons. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what happened. The Romans were the demons, and on the Isle of Eglacy, they came and wiped out what was remaining of the druids. Nice to see you again, Elric, our wonderful albino skinned elf friend here. No, you don't understand. I am a hereditary druid because my great-grand Billy Bob Himlant Boppy was an eccentric and decided to be a druid. Only I am a real druid, and you can join. Yeah, these organizations that claim this secret knowledge that is passed on, it's all a farce. It is all a farce. Druidry is universal. It is universal. This is true. Not only cells have genetic memory, biocomputers are a thing, and an amateur computer scientist, I have managed to store KBSs of data on literal salami. Isn't that interesting? That you can transmit data on a piece of salami, right? You know, it is a great mystery how things can retain memory. That we know that from how we do our computers, right? You know, we know that from our DNA. We have a memory within our DNA. Everything has a memory, and that memory, it continues. It is shared and it grows, right? There's a place for all societies. I believe there's enough space in the world would make as special as an individual truly exists without our very natures. What makes a person special is what you do. This is my favorite transgender stream. Yeah, I am a transgendered man. I do. I can be whatever you want me to be. I have no problem with people of diversity, and everyone is welcome here. No one is excluded here. Everyone, even Christians, are welcome here. As long as you're not being an asshole, you are welcome here. Had my last rites read once. I believe we are beings of energy, and our bodies are just vehicles, so we could survive in the world. We are created by something too great to understand. Yeah, I tend not to see my body as a vehicle. My body is me. My body is how I experience all things. I don't see like a more powerful part inside of me. Every part of me is wonderful, not just the inner part. Now, in the mystery of dying, what happens? You have, two different mythologies that try to explain death. You have reincarnation and resurrection. In both of these, you return to the body, right? There's a reason why this is special. There's a reason why this is wonderful, right? Oh, let's see here. Starboy has carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, you need a detector, Starboy. Yeah, when you're a prick about your religion, you really no one will listen to you anymore. Now, Starboy, you've been nice. You've said nice things. But to be forceful with your religion, I mean, the conversation stops. No one is interested in converting to your religion, sir. Oh, your beliefs are similar in terms of energy, your bodies being vessels, but I hold a lot of pagan beliefs too. Um, let's see here. Gather around the cauldron, my friends. The druids were wiped out by the Romans because your gods are weak. Uh, uh, I don't think the gods have anything to do with what's going on here. Christians get wiped out because look what's going on in over there in Africa, and the Sudanese being wiped out by Allah, the Christians there, right? Gods don't do shit here. They don't do anything. We are the source of everything that is here. Hello, nice to see you, Frank. Let's see. You like the hoodie? Thank you. Thank you. I am studying Shadowmancers. What is a Shadowmancer? That sounds like something from D&D. What is a Shadowmancer? Natalie is here. Our Reiki fingers, the power of Reiki flowing through her. Good to see you. You had, let's see. You believe our energy joins the natural energies of the world upon death, so death literally breeds a new life. Not sure what I believe about consciousness yet. Yeah. See, all of these things, they are opinions, right? We don't know anything. We are living in a mystery. And we have all of these people speculating about what is, but we don't know anything at all. We have no certainties about anything in terms of deities or life after death. We are all speculating. And I think it's terrible when people say, you must accept it this way, or you're going to be doomed. You know, how does that make the deity appear, right? Makes the deity quite wretched. That you are living in a world of uncertainty, and to force an idea upon you and to punish you for not doing it the way it wants. I mean, it's terrible. Hello to you. What is your name? I can't even read your name there. It's so small. Earl? Nice to see you, Earl. This is a magic mirror. I guess druids are wiped out because we are still here, yeah. The historical druid was wiped out by the Romans, but the experience of druidry, it continues on. You can't kill spirituality, right? You cannot destroy it. It is something that is always a part of you. I so desperately want the academic sciences to once again take seriously the study of existence beyond this life. Yeah. What's unfortunate is the scientism of our day, which is always in contradiction to the Christian claims. So you have this lack of this reality within science that stops trying to understand the mystery, right? I mean, there's plenty of evidence in the world, in history, that there's religious reality. I mean, there's so much evidence. I mean, it's that it should be taken seriously, right? It should be taken seriously. Let's see here. Good morning to all here. Is that Bigfoot behind me? I don't know. Do you see it? Is there a Bigfoot behind me? I don't see any around here. But that would be nice if we get a visit from the Bigfoot, right? It'd be a wonderful experience, right, for all of us here. Let's see here. The Roman Empire fell because its god was weak. Yeah, by that guy's logic. Yeah, he's just being a child, right? Harry Potter got old and fell on hard times. Yeah, we're trying to bring Harry back again. Why don't you donate to our fund here of reviving the potter. We were trying to bring it back alive again. Yeah. Good morning, the Green Knight Tales. Good to see you here. You get up quite early for being up all night, doing your midnight streams. Our friend here, the Green Knight Tales, is up late at night, running around or playing video games, right? Yeah, he is also a real knight. He works at medieval times, right? I was showing all of your pictures to my family, and like, we want to go. They thought, my sons thought it was really cool that I know a real knight. On our Discord channel, he showed some of the pictures of his work that he does, in his form of entertainment that he provides for the world. And it's beautiful what these people at the medieval times do. I mean, a lot of skill is required to be able to engage in a almost real combat, and to be able to maneuver with the horses and everything. I'm always blown away. I've been to medieval times twice now, and because of our friend here, Green Knight Tales, all of my sons are like, all right, we'll go next month when we get our taxes. We will go there and visit. If we get our taxes today, we'll probably go later on today. It's a beautiful experience, the medieval times. And they're all around the world, right? These places. Do you believe in an ultimate source, like not a man in the sky, but an eternal force? Yeah, I believe in the All Father and the Great Mother. Yeah, the source to me is family. I believe in a communion of beings, and I've shared that I have kind of an advantage in that. Either I'm insane, or I heard from a deity 30 years ago that revealed its love for me, and that was very important to me, and that's something I cannot deny. I'm certainly might be, as Richard Dawkins would say, I'm delusional, but my delusion has helped me to be a better person. So I'm willing to walk around with my insanity. Um, I wish I would hear more. Now, that was 30 years ago. Why don't I hear more today? I would love to hear more from deities in English rather than through symbolism. I don't understand why there seems to be like a disconnect with that. That's a mystery, right? The D&D session was last night on my D&D channel at Realmscape. They had a really good time. They ended the chapter of they're moving on to a new chapter of the game. This is the third chapter that they're entering into. They are going on to Evening Star, Northern Cormier, and they are going to be going into the haunted halls there of Evening Star, which is a classic D&D story back when Ed Greenwood was first publishing his tales. But I'm using the Forge of Fury for the halls of Evening Star. Let's see here. Since you are a real knight, you're talking to him. Okay. Get Warhammer 40K set ready to go. Yeah, I don't play Warhammer. I just play 5th edition D&D Forgotten Realms. Knights were typically of the upper echelon of the social hierarchy. The armor, the gear, the weaponry wasn't cheap, not to mention the horses. On average, it took a 9 present household to supply a knight. Yeah. Let's see here. I hope the outdoors live stream. I love the outdoors live streams. Lovely location, nice weather. You are in Pennsylvania, it becomes a tough winter. Yeah. Winter is at the end here for us here in Central Florida. Yeah. Got that wonderful bird in the background there having a good time. All of these creatures here, they want to be on the live stream with you. Hopefully we'll see more critters coming around here. Let's see. In the Bible, Lucifer cast from heaven, or did he leave heaven? Yeah, I think that's all. This idea of him being cast out and stuff, think about that for a moment. Spend a moment with that mythology of this. You have this God. Where does he cast him out to? The earth, right? Isn't that terrible? You have this God sending. We're like children down here, right? We're just trying to exist, and you have this so-called benevolent deity casting devils down to us. Isn't that terrible? Can I play D&D with you on Realmscape? If yes, do I have to download anything? We are looking for another player, but you have to have Roll20. You have to be able to see your face. You have to know how to play the game. You have to know how to role play, all of that stuff. But it's a fun game. It is. We have a good time. Let's see here. It's scrolling through like the stream. Yes. Deconstruction Christian here. What does that mean? You are a deconstructed Christian? Does that mean like you're a Christianized heathen like myself? Yeah, I'm a Christianized agnostic. Let's see here. Trying to read some of this. Welcome, all people here. Good to see you. It was the slow cooker, so it finished around the time you stopped playing. Oh, let's see here. My glasses are getting a little bit of fog in them. Empires, cultures, tribes, groups of people, faiths, etc. And none are exempt from the sword of history. Those who forget are condemned to repeat. Yeah. The sounds are wonderful. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures around here. Not even the Christianization of Rome was easy and smooth. It was messy, filled with turmoil. Yeah, certainly. Greetings to you, Tresict. Satanism is your name? I can't read that. All of that is in museums, is seen in the defended statues of both. Yeah, perhaps. I just messed up the lighting here. Yeah, fixed it. Yo, legendary, notorious maple syrup. Yeah, our friend up there from Montreal. We have a few people. We had 2 people here from Montreal today. What is even funnier is the writings from the time. Yeah. You sometimes when you read the writings, people say this is. You have to be critical of it. Just because they write something down doesn't mean it is true. You have to be critical of what you are reading. Everyone had agendas, right? Most mythologies that were developed and written down, they had an agenda, right? Let's see. Hi there. Good to see you. Theistic. You are theistic Satanism? Is that what you are? How is everyone doing? We're doing good. Good. Good morning to you, Rodzilla. Good to have you here. In the experience of my grove here, we watch the wonderful sun come up earlier. Eventually you might see people walking. There's a trail right behind me there as well. People will be walking their dogs and things through there. You kind of have to go to a piece of Satan's Fall together from various books. Are you from India? No, I am not from India. I am from the United States. That's where I am broadcasting right now from. You're snuggling with your kitty. Look at that. Good to see you, good friend, the Queen. Brienne is here. Good to have you here. You believe that Lucifer was never really left so much as they were deserted or assigned. He still is a light bringer. Yeah. All of that stuff, Christians, they made all of that stuff. He's like the boogeyman of the Bible. And people believe all kinds of things about devils and things. I certainly believe in dark entities and beings. But the way that the Bible understanding for Christians, I mean, this being that does all the dirty work for the God, I think is erroneous. Yeah. It's definitely fun for everyone. There are 9 MT cassettes in the States. Oh, and one in Canada, the medieval times. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, and I'm very grateful to have one near me, about 30 minutes away in Kissimmee. I believe that's where the place is called. You went to a medieval show at a castle. You ate with your hands. Yeah, we had wooden bowls. That's what we do here too in the medieval times. We eat with our hands. They give you like hand wipes and stuff. They don't just let you get like totally medieval with it. And the soup is really good too. They have like a wonderful tomato soup that is quite good. I'm doing good, thank you. Alec Baldwin. Knights of the medieval times are really hitting each other. They're not faking it. No, yeah, it takes a lot of training to do that. I mean, I'm sure our friend here trains all of the time. Um, it's really difficult to perform like the way, they're like their own stuntmen. Yeah, is what you're seeing there. Yeah, it's strange things that people want to spam in here. Let's see here. Let's see. We talk about druidry. Yeah, this is a place for druidry. Yes. Blessings and salutations to all. Trampus, Bowmaster. Good to see you. Lots of Canadians here today. Let's watch you. I think. Yeah, I'm probably way behind in the comments. I'm on my phone here scrolling through. Let's see here. In Newcastle, you believe? Okay. Jousting is awesome. Yeah. It's pretty interesting that, to watch these people engage in this wonderful experience of jousting. It's very entertaining. Let's see here. I know in the Christian religion, Lucifer was cast out of heaven into hell. But that's not what it says. It says when he is cast out, he fell from heaven like lightning, right? He comes to the earth. The Lord, you tore your bicep in a joust once. You needed surgery to fix it. We collide with the horses like going 35 miles an hour. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty intense. Yeah. You think you can handle it, Gwendolyn? Let's see here. Yeah, we have people that are non-theistic Satanists that are here. I think you're the first one that. Now, you probably believe in the philosophy of that you find in Satanism about, the pretty much that of being great, not being under a dictator deity, and that is the philosophy of that I remember. You're flexible with others, good. Yeah, we respect all religions here. We had to do the thumbs up, the thumbs down to decide the fate of the loser. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. You like to think that horses talk about their performance? Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. You will pray for me. Thank you. I appreciate your prayers, certainly, to whatever deities. Where are we at? Yeah. Come to the cauldron of Keridun. Receive the goddess into your life. The goddess will teach you all about this. Yeah. See, most deities, they'll tell you, when you get to their heavens above, then you will meet them. You can meet the divine here. And that's what my goddess has taught me, that it's all here. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. Let's see, where am I at here? They were born for it. Thank you for allowing us to your grove to experience with you, Father. It's calming. You're welcome. Yeah, it's quite beautiful out here. And it's interesting how the phone is able to be very accurate in capturing the atmosphere and the lighting. I'm a duck. Oh no. You're agnostic too? Let's see. Geeked off? What does geeked off mean? Yeah, we're not triggered over here. He's just a troll? Yeah. Horses are incredible animals. They say dog is the best friend, but you think horses? You want to get really high and do some butt hurting? Yeah, well, if you have a Grindr account, that might be a good place to start for that. Let's see. Why was he cast out of heaven? He thought the humans were evil, right? There's all kinds of legends and lore about why he was cast out when he was doing everything he was supposed to do. It has to do with his, I think, the accusations that he was making, that it was unacceptable. Nobody control here? Yeah, we are too intelligent. Lewis is here. Lewis, did you level up your character to level 4? Lewis leveled up last night in our D&D game. Lewis is the D&D druid in our D&D game. And who is this? I can't see here. Good morning to all people. Good to hear. There are super great, smart animals and gentle. You form a partnership with your horse. Yeah. I remember watching this movie about the traditions of knights, like during the time of the plague and famine, and the knights, they would not eat the horses, no matter what. They defended it as a person. I forgot what movie that was, but it was beautiful. You are level 4 in your Friday group as well? Yeah. I have planned to take them to level 10. And I think the game will finish up, I'm guessing, in maybe July or August, around there. That's where I'm seeing it ended up. And hopefully one of the people can take over. I don't like DMing. I enjoy it, but it is a lot of work. And I don't like doing all that work. I retired from it and I came back to it. And it's a lot of fun, but I'd rather be a player. That is my goal, is just to be a player in a game. I don't want to DM anymore. This will be the last time I DM in my life, because it is a lot of work. Oh man, I'm at 20% battery. You know what that means. And I've been on here for 2 hours, right? You're playing an Arcane Archer. Yeah, won a fun game last night. So many battles, so much death. Now, you guys did quite well. You're learning that to use the atmosphere, the environment, and dealing with the game. And that's very important. Not just to go in and fight, but using your environment in taking advantage of that, which is very important. The bear got a kill, yeah. The bear got to devour the last enemy, right? Got to tear it apart, the bear. Let's see here. A horse was actually more valuable than the knight was, believe it or not. Really? What do you think about Anton LaVey and theistic Satanism? I don't like it. I think that non-theistic Satanism is fine for me. I don't. I think that they are needed in the United States because of the politics. I think their satire I find entertaining. I don't like the philosophy of Satanism. I think it's very self-serving and does not help humankind. I mean, people that are theistic Satanists, you have this facade of doing good in the world. You're not doing good in the world for the world. You're doing good for yourself. You don't. These do it thou wilt philosophies. It is self-serving, and in the long run, it won't last. It won't contribute to the world. Satanism will never be, for instance, a religion of great value and purpose in the world. It is very self-serving, and I don't like it. Um, let's see here. Level 10 to 12 is a good stopping point. Yeah, yeah. I have the because I'm using the Yawning Portal series and Candlekeep Mystery series. I'm using both of those maps and dungeons in there and putting it in one place and repurposing. So the last dungeon they're going to go to in the end is the Tomb of Horus. That is their destination. And level 10 in 5th edition, you could take a lich out, no problem. The way 5th edition is, it's so easy to fight. I mean, it's really, to say that you have to be level 20 to do Tomb of Horrors at 5th edition. Maybe in 1st or to 2nd edition, Tomb of Horrors would be difficult at level 10, but not 5th edition. Let's see, I saw the bit when you were fighting a dragon, but it was here, so I couldn't stay long. Oh, they were fighting a wyvern, which was kind of like a lesser of an intelligent dragon, not the ones that keep treasures and stuff. They're more like a beast of the land, the wyverns in D&D. And they chose to not engage the mother because the two little ones were powerful enough. That was probably wise for them to do. Let's see. You are inspiring to me. Thank you. You're welcome, Noah. Glad that you're here. Appreciate people being here. I'm about to get out of here soon because my phone is going to die. You played to 20 once? It was a paladin. Yeah. For fun, one time I did a one-shot against Tiamat with a level 20 group, and that went on for over an hour. That was just for the fun of it. Rolling like 20 smite dice a turn, yeah. Let's see, level 20's Oath of Vengeance, Paladin. Oh, powerful. Bard, then Hope, particularly a good war horse, exactly easy to get. Yeah, I would imagine. The times, the value of animals was quite high, right, during those times. Yeah, high levels really unlock some bullshit, and your poor DM has to deal with it. Yeah. One of the things I don't like about 5th edition is the passive perception. I mean, to me, it's like, why even have any traps anymore? I don't use passive perception at my table. Because you get these, some of these players, like, they pump all their wisdom in and get their perception up super high, and they think they can just, there's no challenge anymore, right? Let's see. God bless you too. Ceridwen bless you. Let's see. Hail Ceridwen, goddess of the cauldron. They are prey animals in the wild, so it takes a lot of decentralization. Heads up, aggressive mob behind you. Oh no. All of the critters, they are going to meet me with violence. Oh no. What am I going to do now? You need to learn more about Ceridwen. I'm still new to this, but I find it fascinating and want to learn. Yeah, I'm still learning about her too. She's a wonderful mother, a wonderful, wonderful goddess. All I know is her embrace, and learning about what her mythology is very important and helpful, but she's not her mythology. She's a wonderful mother. Yeah, we are glad you're here, Dao. I die all the time without the the uh, the treat of death. It's no fun. Uh, I really want to sure we'd make it yesterday. Yeah, you did. You did quite well in our game yesterday. See where I'm at here. I'm coming to the conclusion of the experience here. I've been here for a few hours. My phone is about to die. We've had a good time here. I might be back later today if my wife goes shopping. If not, I will be back tomorrow morning, same time as usual. Thank you for stopping in today. I appreciate all the people here. Yes, it's cold. It's 55 degrees right now. I will see you all later, and join our Discord, like and subscribe. We have a wonderful community here. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Steve. Thank you for the grinder hearts. We will see you all soon.